Hi, everybody. Happy weekend. Let's make some Wisconsin deep fried cheese curds with some beer cheese dip. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You guys, this is Car Valley cheese. It is sharp cheddar, and it is made in Wisconsin the genuine old-fashioned way. This stuff is so good. You guys are going to love it. I hope you guys get some cheese curds and make some with me. I'll give you guys the recipe. And there's also some phone numbers on here where you guys can always Google it. Some places deliver cheese, so you guys ought to get some or get a block of cheddar and break it up. You know, you don't have to obviously get Wisconsin cheese, but, you know, get yourself a block of cheddar, break it up, and follow my recipe. It's going to be really good. And you can always tell, too, when cheese is fresh. When you buy it, if you go to a cheese company or whatever, if you buy cheese that's on the counter instead of like in the refrigerator, that's when you know it's at its freshest moment. And it's also, you can tell how fresh cheese is by the squeakiness. If you take a piece of cheese out of the bag or whatever and you take a bite of cheese, if it's squeaky, it's super fresh. So there you go on the squeaky cheese. All right, let's get started, everybody. Okay, everybody, the first thing we're going to do is warm up our pot. I'm going to get it a little warmed up and add our beer. And that's going to do two things. I have a half a cup of beer because I like, usually calls for like a third a cup or something like that, but I like a half a cup because I like the flavor. Okay, so what that does is putting that the beer in there and getting it warmed up. It does two things. One, it's going to burn off the alcohol a little bit because we just want the flavor. I don't mind having some alcohol in there, but the flavor is the most important thing in this recipe. And the other thing is that it's going to warm it up so we can add our cream cheese and get things moving there. All right, I've added 8 ounces of cream cheese. And what you want to do is make sure your cream cheese is soft first. That's why I buy the whipped kind. But make sure your cream cheese is soft. And you're going to kind of just stir this up a little bit on low. I'm going to turn it down a little more. And that takes about 10 minutes because you want to melt it and cook it really slowly. So while I'm sauteing the cream cheese and getting that all melted into the beer, I have a little secret that I didn't put in the ingredients in the front of the video. And my secret is this: Hidden Valley Ranch buttermilk recipe. I dump that in with the cream cheese and mix it up, and it adds a really good flavor in the end. It's a really good contrast with the beer. And the other thing is I have a cup of cheddar cheese. This recipe calls for 1 cup of cheddar, but I use the 1 cup of smoky bacon cheddar, and you guys don't have to do it that way. You can just have the regular cheddar. But I use 1 cup of bacon cheddar and then 1/3 a cup of regular cheddar. Okay, you guys, I gave a little test taste. That is so good. Seriously, you have no damn idea how good this is already. Now, while I'm melting that cream cheese still, and I added my Hidden Valley Ranch, I'm putting a splash of my onion powder because that's my go-to. And then I'm going to add a splash of salt and pepper. And keep melting that, getting that cream cheese all worked up in there before I add anything else. All right, everybody. The cream cheese is melted and the buttermilk ranch is doing its thing. Now we're going to add some other ingredients to finish off our recipe. I'm going to add a cup of the bacon cheddar. And this is on low heat. You want to get it, keep it on low because you don't want to burn it. You don't need to bring it to a boil or anything. You just want to simmer it and cook it nice and slow because that's what brings up all these great flavors. All right, so that's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes to slowly melt that on low, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, everybody, now I added the rest of my cheddar because I had the smoky bacon cheddar first. Now I'm adding this after I totally melted that down. And when this is done melting, it's good. Oh my gosh, you guys. I wish I could give you some smell-o-vision. You wouldn't believe what this smells like. And I know in my heart it's going to taste even better. And why? Because it is my own homemade recipe for my Wisconsin beer cheese dip. You guys, it's going to be so good. I just want to get my fingers in there right now. We're almost done here. About 1.5 to 2 minutes before this is all melted. And we'll pour it in a bowl and top it with our scallions and give it a test taste. All right, I'm going to pour it into the bowl here. All the cheese is melted. It's nice and creamy. See if I can get a better angle for you. I'm trying to figure this out. All right, let's get that in there. Yummy, yummy. So I'm ready to put some love in my tummy. I don't know about you guys, but oh my gosh, you guys are going to love this recipe. Now, we're going to top it with some of these scallions. It's going to be so good. And I don't have any corn chips right now. And I done ate my cheese curds already. But you can use anything you want for dipping. So what I have today is just some Fritos. I have some chili cheese Fritos. And we're going to taste this, y'all. Let's see here. Okay, you guys. I can't begin to tell you what this tastes like. So I'm going to turn the camera off now. And I'm probably going to eat this whole bowl myself. Arrivederci, everyone.